All right, so here we are. We're doing a little live video. We want to talk about desktop appraisals and what that is. When you are buying a property, or you're going to do a refinance, you need to get an appraisal. Typically, a normal appraisal, you're going to find that the appraiser, who basically works for the bank, is going to go out to the property, go inside, take a look at the fit and finish of the home, compare it to the recent sales in the neighborhood, in that near area, and say, hey, this is what it's worth, and this is how much the risk is if you were to finance this property for the purchaser. Same thing for a refinance. Now, a desktop appraisal is when the appraiser never leaves their office and they just go through the images online. They look at the numbers and they say, here's about what it's worth. Now, the thing to be careful with is if they don't come out to the house, they can't see if it's got a whole bunch of upgrades. They aren't going to see that. At the same time, if it's in really bad shape, they won't see that either. Typically, you're not going to see a desktop appraisal for a purchase in today's market. You might see it more frequently in a refinance. Now, things to consider is a lot of times when you're in the purchase process, when you buy that house, once you get to the point where you no longer have an inspection contingency, is the point where the lender is going to order the appraisal. Some lenders will order it prior to that. Such as Keller Mortgage, that's with Keller Williams. They will order it on day one, and if it doesn't go through, they eat the cost, right? So that's pretty advantageous to the consumer. But the point, though, is that at some point they're going to order the appraisal. If the appraiser was to do a desktop appraisal and then it came in low, you could then order another appraisal where they come out to the property and take a look at it. But that's going to add more time and could actually impact the closing date. So you want to be careful if somebody offers you a desktop appraisal. It probably not going to be offered to you anyway, but it's something to consider that typically you're not going to see desktop appraisals, even though they are now permitted. Now, this has been permitted in the past, and as you can imagine, there were some negative results of that. The thing to remember, though, is that the Fannie Mae guidelines that now allow a desktop appraisal, they're there to help Fannie Mae. They're not necessarily there to help you and I, the consumer. So just think about that. All right. We'll talk later. And if you have any questions, drop me a direct message or give me a call. Talk soon. Bye.